ready!
Hello everybody, I'm Juby and welcome to part 15 of my Final Fantasy XIII Randomizer. Let's get to it. So, here we got Faith with Lightning, Curse. It's like another cure ability. Waterga, Mega Guard. Mega Guard, that's gonna be real great for Sentinel. And he got his own cure. Hanga, Shelga, Brava, which will cast Brave on everybody instead of one person. Dazga, that move I can't think of the name of it. Here, Impelga with that one. Thundera, Keep Protect, which is real good. That's for us. Saboteur. Got some items there. Yeah, just pretty straightforward. Going through all the enemies here. But up here, like, it'll still be quite a ways. But we'll have a boss to fight. And this is where I do use Sentinel. See, with this fight like this, you do want a Sentinel. And what I normally do is I'll go, I forgot the name of the Paragons, but it's Ravager, Sentinel, and then Commando, Sentinel. And I usually put those as my last two slots. And then of course Salvation with 3 healers. But with this fight coming up, you'll see exactly why. If you got enough material or enough fuel and stuff, and components, I would upgrade the weapons as much as you can here, and accessories, because you are probably going to need it coming up ahead. And then also, if you got anybody that has like Protect, I would have them out too, because protection will really help in this fight. But yeah, we got the Behemoth there. Pretty straightforward with Behemoth, and kind of like with all the other Behemoths that we fought. But I figured I'd start explaining this boss fight now because it should be coming up here probably in the next couple minutes. So if you can, just probably do as much grinding here as you possibly can, because it'll help too. Should be able to upgrade some CP. That I sold. I see, this was one of the reasons why I went after a lot of these treasure spears in the game and all that, because a lot of the items you could sell seem that Gil is not, you know, it's not like one of those Final Fantasy games where you go after a fight. So by getting a lot of these items and accessories and stuff that's pretty useless, you can sell them and get gil from that. And then plus a lot of these enemies are dropping components too that'll help out as well. So up here before the boss fight should be coming up, but there's another Behemoth. And I don't think I showed off that fight, but it's just pretty much the same strats as any other Behemoth. Yeah, it should be right here, yeah. Because I couldn't grab this treasure spear without killing this Behemoth. Alright, so yeah, this is where the boss fight comes up. Now, like I said, you at least want a Sentinel. So I would do like Sentinel, Ravager, and then Sentinel, Commando. And then if you have any Shrouds, use the Shrouds. Don't worry about debuffing, because I don't think debuffing works with this guy. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't have any debuffing whatsoever. But I had the NSL, so I was able to use that. But you do want protect as much as possible. And then you can use haste, of course, on your character. So what you can do here is you can start off like any normal fight, do aggression, go straight into try disaster, and then go back into aggression. Now, as soon as the stagger gauge runs out, you should be able to do this without having too many issues. But as soon as that stagger gauge runs out, you want to switch to Ravager, Sentinel, or Commando Sentinel. I believe I did Commando Sentinel. I think it's like Offensive Screen it's called, and then Mystic Tower. But see, this guy, and the reason why I say Sentinel is this guy's going to be shooting laser after laser after laser after laser. This is what I was talking about earlier with having to use, offensive screen. But this is what I was talking about earlier with using Sentinel. This guy will keep shooting over and over and over again. So as long as you got, like Lightning, I got her as a Sentinel here. And then Hope and Saz, I got as pretty much the Ravagers and the Commandos. But actually in this case, seeing that Hope's not a Commando,
thanks.
The Ravager still does work as well. And, Mystic Tower. So it's Ravager Commando. But if you have Commando, that works too. The Ravager Commandos. And that actually will help out a little bit too to get the stagger gauge up. But basically, as soon as your health starts getting low, you can probably also do. You could probably take out Try Disaster. I'm not. I really wouldn't, but I was thinking more of you could do Medic, Commando, and Sentinel, or Medic, Ravager, Sentinel. That way you always get one healer. I actually, you probably with all for one, maybe, I don't know. Because you do want the buff as much as possible. But I like the setup that I got right now. If my health does become low, then I just go into Salvation. And it's actually, between 3 people healing, it does heal pretty fast. And then like a lot of these boss fights either have Raise at this point or Phoenix down. I would say even though if you have Raise, as we saw earlier, I did get Raise, I would still use Phoenix down because it is a lot faster to do than to switch to a roll and hope that healer will raise whoever's down. So I believe I had to use a Phoenix down this fight. And of course, with Igoan, if party members are getting too low and they're not healing very fast, of course Igoan. But this guy's just gonna shoot lasers over and over and over again. Yep, Saz fell. That's when I did use the summon, but one of the other ones fell again. I think it was either Hope or Saz that fell. So I was able to use some Phoenix down. With the Igoan out, you can actually just stick and try disaster. I don't know if I ever mentioned it or not, but once your health does get low with an Igoan out, the Igoan will heal you. I think it does make the gauge go down a little bit faster each time the Igoan does heal you though. I mean, this could have been one of those times too that I could just let Odin run out so I can keep the stagger gauge. And then once I got him into a stagger and the other party members came back,
Let's do it.
then we could at least try to have done much damage as possible. But another thing about letting an Eidolon run out, and I just learned this the other day, when the Eidolon fully runs out and then disappears, I believe it does it with Vanille's. I don't know if it would do it with everyone else's, but it'll wind up throwing healing at you. Not that you would need it, because the Eidolon will probably be healing you anyways once your health gets low.
Well done.
But yeah, this is where I said the Saboteur is not really good for this fight. I mean, unless you get Dispelga, and then you probably use Dispelga on, or Dispel on him and try to get rid of his buff. But even then, it's not really all that worth it, because I'm not sure exactly where you could fit it in.
Turn the tide. No further.
I mean, if you got a Saboteur, you could probably put it in all for one.
No place to run.
But like I said, I like this setup anyway. It does work out pretty well.
Turn the tide.
Seeing that you're going to be losing a lot of health fast, and Sentinel is going to be your lifesaver for this anyway. Later on, I do use like a medic, a commando, and a sentinel.
Thanks. Anytime.
But once his health gets pretty low anyway, and we got him into a stagger position, then I'm just going to go ahead and go into aggression and just wail on him. And I believe it does take him out.
Let's wrap this up.
No further.
But yeah, I decided to risk it here because everybody was pretty much in yellow and not losing too much health. But I wanted to try to take his health down as quickly as possible. And then once it got down, our health got down a little bit, healed ourselves as much as I could, and then switched back to aggression. I don't think it finished him off. No, it's not going to finish him off. Let's switch him.
We survive.
I think it's called Cure Gel. Cure Rod Gel. But yeah, at least tried to, yep, Hope fell, so I had to use the Phoenix Down. And then I had tried to figure out where the Phoenix Down was. Yeah, that's right, Saz and Hope fell. So I had no choice, but Lightning got lucky. She got real lucky. Yeah, because I spent too much time trying to find the Phoenix Down.
I'll knock his bust off feet.
And then switch back to offensive screen to try to get the stagger gauge up and Mystic Tower too.
When you're ready.
Yeah, I am used to having commando, sentinel for a lot of these fights coming up, but seeing that Hope was pretty much one of my OP characters, I kept him in. I mean, I could have put a commando on him, but with him and how strong his magic was, it was just easier to go to like the Mystic Tower.
When you're ready.
But yeah, pretty much whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah, I think by switching to aggression, I decided to try to take him out now. The only thing is, I think Hope might have fallen. I'm not sure. But even if Hope did fall, he was pretty much dead anyway. Nope, Hope barely survived that. But yeah, that's how you, and we got the ultimate weapon. So that's how you pretty much get through that. Just make sure you have a sentinel. So I did go back and save because coming up here is another, like, it's like a little mini boss battle. If you have any shrouds, I would use them. And this coming up. And then of course do your Crysterium here. Hope got raised. But I can never think of his name. It's like a dinosaur, a little mini dinosaur type thing. But I was trying to see if there was any treasure spheres around here. But he is coming up. If you got any shrouds, I would probably use that. If not, then use protect. Make sure you got some kind of protect. And then Saboteur is definitely one that I would use here. And also make sure you do have a lot of health. That's the biggest thing. If you have to switch everybody to like health accessories, then I would do that. Because this guy does do a lot of damage with his foot stomps. So yeah, at the beginning, he'll do a lot of stomps here. Make sure your health is at least close to 6,000 with each character, or at least close to there.
You asked for it.
Yeah, so he's more like an anima child, I guess. But basically, you're gonna put him into a stagger. You can do, that's why I said Saboteur, you can do a lot of debuffs on him. And that'll help out a lot too. And then aggression. And then he's gonna use Quake. If you probably won't have your eye going, but if by some chance you do, that'll help out as well. So just keep buffing your characters, keep healing them, and then debuff him, throw him into a stagger, and then use aggression to do as much damage to him as you possibly can. This is probably one of the biggest frustrating fights because, number one, you just got out of a big boss battle, and number two, this guy does so much damage to you, and of course, he does a daze on you, so if you got any more fouls, you can use those. That's why I said try to put as much health on as possible. Because those stomps do a lot of damage.
Steady now.
But if you're pretty strong at this point, there's more of these guys coming up here in a few minutes. I didn't fight any of these. Oh, I do want to mention real quick, that last boss that we just fought, that's not the last that we'll see of him either. And then he dropped the power glove. That's part of the reason why I did go back to Grand Pulse, because he was dropping power gloves. So I figured I would go back to Grand Pulse and try to get more power gloves out of the deal. That way I can get some accessories and stuff. So I went back and grinded a little bit in Grand Pulse once we got the Orphan's Cradle. So that's why you'll see me head to the teleport and then kind of be back by the teleporter. So you can grind with these enemies here if you want to. It's just a lot of them are pretty much OP, so just be careful. Like there's a couple of behemoths up here. There they are. There are a couple of behemoths up here with soldiers, and they can get pretty crazy. So it's one of those, they'll focus, when they're by themselves, they'll be focused on the behemoth. But once you join into the fight, everybody will start focusing on you. So just keep yourself buffed, healed, and then you can use a lot of dispel or debuffs as well. And that's a weapon for lightning. So this area can get a little bit confusing, and I was getting not too confused, but a little confused because I was looking for treasure spears that were around here. So if you see me getting a little lost and all that was why. I mean, it's not like too lost, but lost enough to where I was trying to look for stuff. And kind of got a little turned around and stuff. Like, I think there's a treasure spear, yeah, right there. I think I only got 2 in this area, but I think there might be more than 2. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that's why I was looking at my map to find out exactly where I was, because the last thing you want to do is go around in a circle. I think eventually the enemies do respawn if you go a little further up and try to come back. So you don't really want to keep fighting them over and over. Yeah, it's just that guy, the same routine as it was in the 5th arc, if you decide to fight him. Chances are you probably will have to fight him coming up here in a second. And that one boss from the Whitewood with Lightning and Hope. They'll be fighting each other up here. I believe I showed it off. I was trying to get around and I failed.
Jump in.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was a treasure spear over there, and there was. That was the second one that I got. But anyways, with those 2 guys there, they'll be fighting each other, and they won't turn their attention to you until you kill one of them. And that was a weapon for Hope. So just do like debuffs. No, I didn't show it off. Yeah, but just do like same thing, aggression, try disaster, buff, debuff, all that, and you should be fine.
Not going down without a fight.
And that's for upgrading weapons and accessories. So nothing really here except for a bunch of behemoths. Those machines up there. I would just try to skip these guys for now if you want to. Because they do take quite a while to complete. And then the big guy up there, don't even worry about him, because chances are you're not going to be able to beat him. And then we got some stuff here. An accessory for lightning. I put on Warrior's wristband with her. So that was part 15 of my Final Fantasy XIII Randomizer. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.